like and subscribe. Send me an email. It's music time with Nick. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Rock Lesson 2. What is he even talking about? Well, as I mentioned in Rock Lesson 1, I believe that rock is all about the rhythm, people. It's certainly not about knowing anything about harmony or anything. It's about rocking. It's about visceral rocking and rhythm. Okay? And so that's what we're going to be discussing today is what are these rock rhythms? Well, I think a rock rhythm is a syncopated rhythm. Okay? Syncope. Oh! Whenever I imagine Keith Richards going doing that, hey, that's how you can think about a syncopation. Someone playing some big old upstroke. Okay, it means an offbeat rhythm, something that's not landing on 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't seem. I mean, it's kind of rocking, but I mean, the way that I just delivered it did not feel rocking. So, anyways, so let's jump into my example here. Okay, it contains a highly syncopated rhythm. Now, whoa, things became intense. Like I mentioned before, if you are kind of new to guitar, like I said, rock music is not easy. You have been led to believe that it is easy. It is not easy. And so if you are kind of trying to start out on guitar, send me an email. I would love to be your music teacher, okay? And we'll get here, okay? But in the meantime, like I said, we're doing some serious rocking here. Okay. And it is serious. Okay. So what's going on? What is making this difficult? Okay. Cause to me, you could just say, oh, it's just a G, C, A minor, D. Those chords go together, Nick. Those aren't like totally weird chords that you wouldn't see. Like in example 1 you showed me, rock example 1. These chords do actually all live together, right? The key of G contains all these chords. So it's not unusual, right? This is actually going to kind of feel a little bit normal. So what makes this rock? Okay, let's see how it sounds actually. Let's try. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm starting to rock. I'm kind of feeling a 90s kind of rock situation going on there. There was something rocking going on about that, right? So what is it that makes it feel rocking in this instance? Well, like I said, I think it's this thing called syncopation. Now, how does syncopation express itself? Like I said, it's to do with this Keith Richards upstroke idea, okay? Check out our examples. Now, just as a quick review for those out there who maybe are not as familiar, this little table means down, and this little V means up, okay? So my first chord there, that G, is a down. Now, this C, these people, Michael Mueller, thanks from Hal Leonard Guitar, again, where we're getting our examples, why not try this book out? Like I said, I'm just doing little addendums to some of his examples that I think really do express what rock is. Some of the book, maybe not so much. But again, I wanted to really hone in on the fact that these rhythms are the thing. Okay? How to interpret a rhythm, how to read a rhythm. It is tricky, okay? And so what I have here is, what is this over here? This right here, that's a rest, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't quite play a rest. I did this. Now, I mean, a slap sound is not a rest. Here's a rest. There it was. Did you feel it? Nothing happened. Now, listen, we're rocking, okay? This is going to suffice as a rest. Whenever I see that 8th note, that's what that is, by the way, an 8th note rest, and I can see 4 of them in this song. I'm going to pat the strings, okay? Now, the other thing that I notice here is that, look, that 8th note rest is on beat number 2. I also see it over here, beat number 4. I see it over here on beat number 1. Will the cursor follow? Can the cursor follow? Oh, wild malfunctions. Beat number 1. Oh, look, beat number 2. And wait a minute, something's going on here. There's no rest below this beat 3. Look, we'll get there, okay? So what I wanted to try to do is I just want to play that first bar. Let's just express what that first bar is so that we can kind of do this, build this thing up, okay? So I'm going to play G. I'm going to go. So that was down, pat, up, down, okay? That was feeling good. I'm going to count it in this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And. Okay? I'm playing, those ups are on the and stroke. Okay? The and beat, this offbeat, this syncopation idea. Okay? So that time I went to the A chord. I played the whole first bar there. Okay? I'm going to play it one more time for you. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Say it to yourself. Say 1, 2, and 3, 4. And. The little plus sign is and. Say it to yourself. If you can say it, you should be able to play it, right? Like all I'm doing is hitting things. Okay? It's much harder to say a thing. So if I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. That's going to help me to play this rhythm, okay? Because reading rhythms is tricky, okay? Like I said, in order to rock with reckless abandon, I have to think a little bit at first, okay? Because trust me, that is where all this is headed. I want to rock with reckless abandon, okay? So now I'm going to try to play the whole thing, okay? And we'll see what that strange beat 3 in the second bar was all about, okay? So I'm going to go a little slower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2. Did you catch what my beat 3 in bar 2 was? It's something called a tie. See those little lines? Ooh, those little lines that are coming out of my D chord there? They are indicating that I need to let that chord ring through beat 3. It is not a rest. That chord needs to ring. Things like this really matter. We don't want to mix it up with a rest because it's going to make the whole beat feel different. Okay? So what I have there is what I call a miss downstroke. Okay? I'm going to just play that D. Okay? So I'm going to start on that upstroke. Okay? So 1, 2. Did you notice that I kept my hand moving? I didn't just go. I pretended as if I was playing that beat to keep my arm in motion to help me keep the rhythm. You have to play a tied note, which means you have to continue to hold the chord here and allow it to ring. Okay, it is a thing. Okay, this is tricky. So I'm going to play the whole thing. I'm going to try to play it through 2 times. Okay. And by the way, I haven't really been keeping track. Sometimes I may have used this G. Sometimes I may have used this G. Like we said in our previous lesson, if you maybe you like using this kind of what I often call cheating C. Maybe you like using cheating C. I don't know. That's cool. You can do that. You know, maybe you're using different versions of these chords. That's cool. If it sounds okay to you and it's allowing you to sing the song, hey, I'm not gonna get mad at you. Okay, as long as we got the rhythm. Okay. So let's try it again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Really rocking, really. I mean, again, I think people think that I think that you think. I think that a lot of people think that rock music is a lot to do with, I don't know, like really hard rock bands and all this like distortion and stuff. But you go back and listen to the Rolling Stones and listen to the Beatles. Yeah, there's distortion. Yeah, there's these things going on. But a lot of it has to do with, you know, acoustic guitars, clean and sounding guitars. And it's the rhythm that is making it feel like rock. It is not a distorted guitar. Okay, it is not a power chord. There are many things at play with playing rock music. We're going to get to all that stuff, power chords, playing with distortion, all that stuff, because it must be dealt with. But this is the bit that I want you to interact with right now, okay? Now, it should be said that this is not easy. And so if you're trying to get to this place, why not write to me? We could do a music lesson. Okay. The other thing I want to say is that there's so many resources online. One website that I really like to use is called Ultimate Guitar, and they have chord charts. They have tablature on there. I'm not being paid by them, but I've just been using it since I started playing guitar, like, almost 25 years ago. I've been using this website. Okay, it's really useful. Okay, so go and consult with that. If you're finding the example that we were just doing is making your hair tear out. Go and play some kind of riff. Go and look up a riff to try to play. Go and read some tablature or something. Okay, but I really want you to come back and try to reckon with this rhythm thing. Okay, I really want you to think about our examples. So again, like, subscribe, do the whole thing. That's Rock Lesson 2 in the books. See you in Rock Lesson